If you think about it, most discipline advice online sounds like it was written by someone who's never actually struggled with discipline. It's either too soft, like be kind to yourself, just take small steps, or it's something absurdly hardcore, like if you skip a workout, punish yourself by doing 500 burpees in a snowstorm. But in reality, none of it actually forces you to be consistent in the long run. The real issue is, it's way too easy to not be disciplined. Your brain is wired for immediate comfort, and it's not your fault. It will choose the easiest, least painful option every time, unless something forces it to do otherwise. You can promise yourself you'll go to the gym at 6. But if skipping means you get to stay cozy in bed with no consequences, guess what's happening? Exactly. So instead of trying to will yourself into discipline, the easiest fix isn't to become more motivated or mentally strong. It's to make it so annoying and inconvenient to not do the thing that you do it just to escape the discomfort. This is what people miss. Everyone fights against their own willpower. But willpower is unreliable. What you need is to lazy-proof your environment so that not being disciplined is what sucks more. Because think about it, most of the things you actually stick to aren't because you're naturally disciplined, right? You do them because the alternative is much worse. Like, you go to work because getting fired is worse. You show up to class because failing is worse. You pay rent because homelessness is worse. See my point? You're already capable of discipline. You just need the right level of discomfort to trigger it. So if discipline really comes down to making the wrong choice harder, how do you actually do that? Let's break it down. One discipline fix at a time. Discipline fix 1. Make it hard to stay in bed. Let's say you want to wake up early, but every morning you smash that snooze button like it owes you money. Most advice says, find your why. But that's not the issue. The real problem? Staying in bed still feels like the better option. So flip the setup. Put your alarm across the room next to a glass of water. Now, when it rings, you have to physically get up to turn it off. Since you're already up, chug that water. Your body starts waking up, and suddenly, crawling back into bed feels like too much effort. Boom, you're up. Discipline fix 2, make distractions a pain. You sit down to work. Tell yourself, time to focus. But 10 minutes later, you're deep into a 20-minute video essay about how the Cars movie is secretly a capitalist dystopia. Relatable? Here's the fix. Make distractions physically annoying. Sure, you could use website blockers, but let's be honest, you'll probably just turn them off. So go manual. Shut down your phone, put it in another room. If your laptop's the problem, log out of the apps or websites completely, because 90% of the time, the effort of logging back in isn't worth it. And boom, you're back on track. Discipline fix 3. Make it cost you, literally. Physical discomfort works, but financial discomfort, that hits harder. People avoid losing money way more than they chase earning it. It's called loss aversion, and you can use it to your advantage. Let's say you want to work out consistently, but you keep skipping. Put money on the line. Tell a friend, if I skip a workout, I owe you $100. Now, missing a session isn't just, I'll go tomorrow. It's, I really don't want to lose $100 over this. Still not enough? Make it $500. Or even better, use a site that donates your money to a cause you don't support if you fail. Now, skipping isn't just lazy, it's painful. That's the key. Make the pain immediate. Discipline fails when consequences feel far away. But if skipping equals instant loss, suddenly it matters. Discipline fix 4. Use people pressure. We're social creatures, even if we act like we don't care what others think. So use that to your advantage, for instance. If you keep procrastinating on a project, tell someone you respect and promise them an update by a specific time. Now, it's not just you're letting down, it's public embarrassment on the line. Trying to quit a bad habit? Announce it to your family or friend group. Not in a look at me way, but in a way that makes quitting awkward. That's why accountability groups work. No one wants to be that person who didn't follow through. Even something simple like body doubling helps. Having someone else in the room while you work. They don't have to do anything. Just be there. No one likes being watched slacking off. If there's no one around, join a virtual co-working session. Your brain will still feel the pressure, and you'll snap into action. Discipline fix 5. Make your goals unskippable. Your phone wallpaper might seem small, but it's powerful. In one study, people who set their lock screen to a goal-related image were way more likely to follow through. Why? Because every time they opened their phone, they got a silent reminder. Quitting now would make me look dumb. And that's the trick. Discipline gets easier the moment skipping feels worse than doing the thing. You don't need more motivation. You need to make the right choice, the easy one. Make your goals impossible to ignore, even if it's just on your screen. Behavioral psychology says people don't change through inspiration. They change through consequences. That's the whole idea behind the inversion of the second law in Atomic Habits. If you want to stick to something, make the bad option painful. Pain avoidance beats delayed rewards every time. Want to stay consistent? Try temptation bundling, like only letting yourself binge that favorite show after a workout. Make the good habit easy and the bad one annoying. But here's the catch. Don't go overboard. If losing $100 or $500 every time you skip the gym just makes you broke and demoralized, that's not motivation. That's sabotage. Start small. Make it annoying, not devastating. And watch out for loopholes. Your brain will cheat. If you put your alarm across the room, but you start keeping a second pillow on you, congrats, you just outplayed yourself. Try to always be smarter than yourself. If you find a way to cheat, adjust the setup. Final thought? Yes, some of this might feel extreme, but if normal strategies haven't worked for you, maybe a little extreme is what you need. You don't need perfection. You just need the path of least resistance to lead toward discipline. If you win 8 out of 10 times, that's a win. Because lazy-proofing your life is how real change happens. If this resonated with you, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready for more, subscribe. We're just getting started. Stay strong. Keep pushing. I'll see you in the next one.